Wonderful to have you with us every single day across all of our platforms, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. Wonderful to have all these butt fumblers with us. Make sure you guys are hitting that follow button. Make sure you're subscribing. Make sure you're a part of the best community of sports fans across all of social media. We'll be talking a lot of sports today because we are back with the NBA. NHL has some good games on. About 24 hours away, a little more from Thursday night football. So playing. Great to see you. Hope you're having a great day, Sal. And to all of you, advice. No. Sorry, guys. So if you're watching on YouTube, Twitch, or Kick, sorry, the audio is going to be bad. I can't fix it right now. So unfortunately, you're going to have to go to a different platform. Go on to YouTube. Appreciate you guys being with us. We're going to talk about fantasy football a lot tonight, so plenty to get to. If you do have fantasy questions, we're going to try and answer all of them. War Eagle, I'd go Logan Thomas. JP, I can hear now. Can hear now, Flappo. Okay. For whatever reason, you guys can hear me now. Okay, wonderful. So we're going to keep rocking and rolling with our show, acting like nothing else is going on. Great to see you guys. Caspian can hear me now. It's working now. Okay, Ashley, we're good now. Thanks, guys, so much for helping me hit my live goal. Man, we're a mess right now. We are a mess. I'm hitting wrong buttons. I'm doing wrong things. not off to our most beautiful start here at Butt Fumble Sports. I promise you, we're going to get to all of your questions. We're going to get to your fantasy questions. Oof, just a bit of travel. I'm a bit disheveled. Let's get over it, Butt Fumble Sports. Let's get to work. All right. I promised you guys, let's get to some fantasy questions. Sell Kenneth Walker III. I wouldn't, but I'm okay with it. Should I trade Jacoby for Hollywood Brown? No, I wouldn't. Tank Dell or Taysom for the flex? I might go Taysom Hill, actually. Richie, Devontae Adams, and Mark Andrews for Laporta and Justin Jefferson. I'm okay making the move. iClick, you think Mostert will be good when Achane comes back? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Hubbard or Warren this week? Ooh, good question. Steelers going up against Green Bay. I'll take Jalen Warren just barely. I'll take Jalen Warren. David Gonzalez. I'll take Warren. User 76, Kamara, Kupp, and Ayuk for Jamar Chase and Amon-Ra St. Brown. Yes, I do the deal. User 76, yes, I would. Krish Paul, why can't I play Taysom Hill at tight end on Rival Fantasy? Krish Paul, I actually don't know. You might want to hit him up about that. Ashley Owings, start Will Levis, Carr, or Geno Smith. I'm going to go Geno Smith. Ashley, I'll go Geno Smith just barely. Max Hewitt, I'd go Josh Dobbs. Max Hewitt, I'd go Josh Dobbs. Ryan, flex Collins, Deontay Johnson, or Jalen Warren? Good question. I'll go with Nico Collins. I'll go Nico Collins. JJ Carson is asking JJ or Johnson. Is that Deontay Johnson? I'd rather have Deontay Johnson this week at least. Wilbur, Laporta, or Taysom Hill? Wilbur, I'll go Laporta just barely, but it's very, very close. Stephen Cook, buy Jefferson. Yeah, if you could, I think it's not a terrible idea. Promised you guys I'd give you guys a pick every time we hit 2,000 likes and every time we hit our live goal. We've done both of those things, so I have 2 picks to give out for you guys. 2 picks to give out. We're going to give out another NBA game pick, then I'm going to give out another player prop bet. Next NBA game pick that I'm going to give out is Wizards, Hornets. I'm going to take the under in this one. Wizards, Hornets, under 242.5. That's Wizards, Hornets, under 242.5. We're going to give out another pick right now because we hit our live goal. Thank you so much, IP Shade and others, for helping us out with that live goal. Pick that we're going to give out now for the live goal is going to be a player prop bet. I'm going to take Austin Reeves over half a steal. That's Austin Reeves over half a steal. So a couple picks to get you guys going today. Celtics money line, Wizards Hornets under 242.5, and Austin Reeves over half a steal. Now let's get back to your fantasy questions. Drew Hazard, Cade Otton, or Mark Andrews. Drew, I'll just lean slightly towards Mark Andrews. I understand if you want to go Otton, but I'll go Andrews. Matthew M., should I trade Pacheco? No, I'd hold on to him. Flappo, Deontay Foreman, or Herbert tomorrow? I'd go Foreman. I'd go Foreman just barely. Ryan, Chuba Hubbard or Connor? I'd go Chuba Hubbard. Ryan, I'd go Chuba Hubbard. Nicola, Evans, and Cook for Derrick Henry? Okay. I don't love it, but okay. Juge Omar, Flowers or D-Hop? This week it's D-Hop. This week I'd go D-Hop. Diego, Douglas or QJ? Quentin Johnston? I'm going to lean just slightly towards Demario Douglas, but it's very close. Jorge, start 2. I'd go Jacobs, and I'm going to go Jacobs and Montgomery. Jorge, I'll go Jacobs and Montgomery barely. Really quick, I want to see something really quick. Want to see how the Steelers are against the run. You know what? I take it back. Jorge, I'd go Jacobs and Jones. Jorge, I'd go Jacobs and Jones. Etan, Kupp, and Thielen for Henry. No, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that deal. Should I start Dobbs or Fields? Kelly, Fields isn't playing, so that answers it right there. Justin Fields isn't playing this week. Bradley, I'd go Montgomery. Matthew Wilkins, Higgins, and Etienne for Waddle and Bijan. I'd rather have Higgins and Etienne. Matthew, I'd rather have Higgins and Etienne. Thanks so much, IP Shade 45. Really appreciate you. Marcus Hudson, I'd go Geno Smith. Michael B, I'd rather have Kenneth Walker III. I want nothing to do with Najee Harris. Sterling Barr, I think I'm going to lean just slightly towards the Raiders defense. They're going to get some sacks. Love that. By the way, IP Shade 45 is freaking crushing it today. And because of that, we have another pick to give out. We have another player prop bet to give out. Every time we hit the live goal, I'm going to drop a player prop bet for you guys. So, next player prop bet that we're going to give out to say thank you for hitting our live goal. Let's go to Dylan Brooks. Dylan Brooks, and we're going to take him over half a steal. So, I took Reeves over half a steal. I'm taking Dylan Brooks over half a steal. Appreciate all of you guys being with us. Hope you guys are enjoying the show. Make sure you hit that follow button. Soul Weather. I'm going to lean just slightly towards Ferguson. Soul Weather. I'd go Ferguson, believe it or not. Daniel. I'd go Rashad White. Daniel, Rashad White. Max Hewitt. I'd go Hubbard. Max Hewitt. I'd go Hubbard. Ryan. I'd go Nico Collins. Ryan. I'd go Nico Collins. Jorge. I'd start Higgins and Evans. Jorge, Higgins, and Evans. Schnaggy's Thong. I'd go Tank Dell. Schnaggy's Thong, I'd go Tank Dell just barely. Isaiah, I'd rather have Jacobs and CeeDee Lamb. It's close, though. Caspian C, I would put Ferguson at the flex. Caspian C, I'd put Ferguson at the flex. Your boy Alex, I'd go Calvin Ridley. Your boy Alex, I'll go Calvin Ridley. Pete, I'd rather start Moss. Spooked, I'd go Ridley. Guys, if you want every bet that I make every single day, all you have to do is DM me on Instagram. That's Butt Sports on Instagram. Again, Butt Sports on Instagram. Make sure you DM me. I'll give you a referral code and a link so you can get every bet that I make every day. That way you don't have to wait around for us to hit our live goal or for us to hit our 2,000 like benchmarks. So if you want every bet that I make every day, regardless of the sport, the type of bet, whether you want to fade or follow, it's up to you. This way you can see every bet that I make every day. So if you want those bets, make sure you DM me on Instagram, Butt Sports on Instagram. DM me right now. I'll hook you up with the referral code and the link. Let's get back to your questions now. Nick, I'd go Geno Smith. I'd go Geno Smith just barely over Will Levis. Very, very close, though. Justin, 839, if someone is in one of your rival leagues, is there a prize? Yeah, there's a $250 prize pool for the winner of each league. Pretty good, right? Cooper Kupp for Derrick Henry. Etan, I like it more today than I did a week ago, but I still don't know if I'd pull the trigger. Grayson Hibbard traded Bijan, DJ Moore, James Conner, and Josh Downs for Kupp and Gibbs. I think you gave up too much, Grayson. I think you gave up too much. Should I trade Adam Thielen? If so, what can I get for him? Humberto, I think he has a good game this week, so I don't love it, but his value's certainly up and you can get something for it right now. Martin Ramirez, trade away Achane for Saquon. Martin Ramirez, absolutely. By the way, I appreciate the moderators. Moderators, feel free to pin any comments from those who subscribe or those who support the show. Nosebleed Fantasy, Komet is a good start. Yep, Nosebleed Fantasy, Komet is a good start. I might lean towards Ridley over Adams. I don't like Adams' matchup against Sauce Gardner this week. Brandon, what receiver can I target with Kelsey and Ridley? Oh, you should be able to get an A.J. Brown for those two. Brant C, 123, does Jamar Chase play this week? I don't think he's going to. I think it's trending towards no, so I'm a little bit worried about it. Caspian C, does Noah Brown retain his value when Woods comes back? On the fence, I think Noah Brown was really a one-week pop. I don't expect it to be huge production week in, week out. Ryan Dewey's pick 2, I'd go Higgins and I'd go Ridley. Higgins and Ridley. Ryan, Higgins, and Ridley just barely over White. I'm not crazy about Rashad White's matchup this week. Out of two main RBs, which one should I trade? Pollard and Bijan. I'd probably trade Bijan, believe it or not. Do you like Brandon Cooks this week? Max Hewitt? Yes, I do. Max Hewitt? Yes, I do. Colton, I traded DJ Moore and Myers for Devontae Adams. I'm on the fence about it. Colton, I'm on the fence about that trade. Don't love it, don't hate it, kind of on the fence. Chadster, I'd go Pickett. I'd go Pickett just barely, believe it or not. Matt G, who can I get for Mostert and a wide receiver? I think Amon-Ra St. Brown's probably asking too much. I think that you probably could get Waddle for sure. But I don't know if you're actually getting enough if you got Waddle. So Cooper Kupp, but I don't know if you're getting enough. These are some options, though. Angel, Olave, or DK. This week, Angel, I'd go DK. I'd go DK this week. Spencer, Evans, or Pittman. I'm going to go Michael Pittman Jr. against the bad Patriots secondary. I understand Evans is a good play as well. It's a bit of a coin flip between the two. I might go Pittman just barely over Evans, though. Ricardo, start Hubbard this week? Yes, I would, Ricardo. Don't love it, but like it enough. M420J. Traded JJ and Hollywood Brown for ETN. That's an okay trade. I don't love it. I don't hate it. It's kind of in the middle. Drew, I got Tank Dell for another big game this week. Okay, Drew. Rooting for you. Hope it pays off. Garrett Johnson. Really like Dalton Schultz this week. Really like Dalton Schultz. Cayenne. Pick 2. I'd go Watson and Addison. Cayenne, I'd go Watson and Addison. DeBears 1, 2, 3. I'd probably go Carr. DeBears 1, 2, 3. I'd go Carr. Drew Hazard, I'd go Michael Pittman Jr., Evans, and Collins. Drew Hazard, it'd be Evans, Pittman Jr. Oh, I didn't see D-Hop in there. Drew, I'd go D-Hop, Pittman, and Collins. Drew, I'll go D-Hop, Pittman, and Collins. Thanks so much, IP Shade 45. Jacob, I'd go Goff over Dak. Jacob Foco, I'd go Goff over Dak. I click go after Swift or Rashad White with Mostert or hold. I'd actually probably hold on Mostert. It's close, but I'd probably hold on Mostert. Shane Usher, I'd go with Madison. Better matchup. Better matchup, that's why. Yo boy Alex, I get Swift and CeeDee Lamb. I give up Bijan and Devontae. Yep, yo boy Alex, it's a good trade. Yo boy Alex, it is a good trade. Guys, every time we hit 4,000 likes, we're going to give out another free pick. So make sure you guys are tapping that screen. Additionally, we're going to give out a pick every time we hit our live goal. Thanks to IP Shade 45, we have another live goal to give out. Or another pick to give out because we hit our live goal. Let's give out another player prop bet, everybody. Let's give out another player prop bet. Next one that we're going to give out tonight is going to be Kobe White under 2.5 3-pointers made. So that's Kobe White under 2.5 3-pointers made. So under 2.5 3-pointers made. Brandon, would you do Kelsey and Ridley for Diggs? No, you're giving up. I think you're giving up too much. I would ask for Diggs plus something. If you don't want to, I get it. If you just want to pull the trigger, but I think you're not getting enough back. Angel, I'd go Olave. Angel, I'd go Olave. Joe, thanks so much for the cap, Joe. Really appreciate it. Hope you guys are enjoying the show. If you are, make sure you hit the follow button. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. Really appreciate those on Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok for subscribing. Cayenne, pick 3. I'd go Mixon, Jacobs, and Montgomery. Mixon, Jacobs, and Montgomery. Legion Blitz. I'd rather have Pollard and Chase. Nuve DK. Should I trade Davis and Darrell Henderson for Hunt and Ridley? No. No, I wouldn't do it. Lucas Maggio. Trade Amon-Ra, St. Brown, Kirk, and Cook for Hill, Ingram, and Tank Dell. Yes, I would. Lucas Maggio. Yes, I'd do that trade. Jorge, start 1. I'd start Montgomery. Jorge, I'd start Montgomery. P, I'd go P, rest of season, I think is really irrelevant. I think it's week-to-week matchup based. So, yeah, I don't think it's as relevant. Rest of season, I'll say Bijan, but I think it's always week-to-week matchup based. Joe, thanks for the hat and the mustache. Annie, pick 2. I'd go Lockett and more. Annie, I'd go Lockett and more. Joe Smith, 84-43. If I had to sit one, I'd probably sit Addison just barely. Joe, it's because the matchup doesn't favor him as much as the others do. So Joe Smith, 84. I'd go sit Addison just barely. John Dean, should I trade away Tyreek and Najee for Diggs and Henry? John Dean, I'm okay with it. I don't love it. I don't like giving up Tyreek, but I'm okay with it because you're upgrading at the running back position pretty well. Jacob Duffy, trade Amari Cooper and Gabe Davis for Devontae Smith and Hollywood Brown. I wouldn't do it. I actually wouldn't do it, Jacob. Dom, trade Montgomery for Mostert. That's a tough one. I'm going to say no. It's probably a fair trade, but I'm going to say no. Brian, I'll go Higgins over Olave. Brian, I'm going to go Higgins over Olave. Thanks, guys, so much for the question. Birdie Juice. Very, very close. Because you have Goff, I'm going to go Taysom Hill. I'm not big on stacking if you're in a season-long league. So, Caspian C, I'd rather have Higgins. Caspian C, I'd do that trade. Legion Blitz, I'd go Collins. I'd go Dotson. If Chase starts, I'd go Chase, but I don't think he's going to play. If Chase starts, I'd go Chase, but otherwise it's Collins, Dotson, And I'll just go with Sutton just barely. Joe, give Evans and Deontay for JJ. I have Tyreek Hill. I think you're giving up too much, Joe, but if you want to do it, I get it. Nuve DK, I'm going to go Stroud. Nuve DK, I'm going to go Stroud. Iman, I'd go Schultz. Iman, I'd go Schultz over Kittle. I like both of them a lot. I think Kittle has a really good week, but I like Schultz more. IP Shade 45, thanks for helping me out with my live goal. Joe, I'd go Schultz over Kittle. Joe, Schultz over Kittle just barely. Chase Holdsman, do I trade Schultz or Kmet? I trade Kmet. I think Kmet, coming off that big game he had last week, he's the one that's more easily tradable. Jacob Duffy, I want Devontae Smith. I have Sutton, Judy, and Davis. Tradable? Absolutely. Neil, would you do trade Dell and Thomas for a wide receiver like Higgins? I think you're probably giving up too much, but yes, I would do it for Higgins. Braden, Hill, Taysom Hill or Laporta. I'm going to go Taysom Hill just barely. Very, very close, though. The Big Bill, would you trade Gibbs for Kittle? Probably not. I feel like there are other tight ends I can pick up. Ricardo Martinez, Laporta or Kincaid this week? Very close. Not a stupid question at all. I think it's very close between the two. I'll go Kincaid just barely. Chase Holdsman. Okay. Smitty01. I traded Thielen and Hunt for Bijan and Higgins. Yes, I love the trade. Smitty, I love the trade. William Fenton. Who should I put at the flex? I'd probably put Thielen. William Fenton, I'd probably put Thielen. Wet Bandit, Calvin Ridley or DJ Moore. Wet Bandit, I'd go DJ Moore. Wet Bandit, I'd go DJ Moore. Masked Pandas, 63. Start one for the flex. Masked Pandas, if Curtis Samuel is playing, it might be a nice play. Curtis Samuel is probably the one I like the most. If he doesn't play, it'd be Shaheed. Legion Blitz, I'd go Pollard. Legion Blitz, I'd go Pollard. Chase Holdsman, who do I think I could get from them? I don't know what the question is. Do I trade Schultz or Kmet and Kyler or Fields? I don't like Kyler or Fields. I trade both of them. I don't like either one of them. And who do you think I could get for them? Open-ended question, Chase. Not about it. 49ers, Seahawks, as in we're going to keep the pace going just because we got so many questions. Open-ended takes too much time. Act JJ, I'm going to go with Olave just barely. Act JJ, I'll go Olave just barely. Legion Blitz, I'd go Pollard. Legion Blitz, I'd go Pollard. Brian, I don't like Hunt or Ford this week, but if I had to go one, I might go Hunt. No problem, Chase. We got you. Gavin, Saquon and Michael Thomas for Achan and Addison. Absolutely not, Gavin. Absolutely not. Would not do it. Blake, I'd go Tank Dell. Blake, I might go Tank Dell just barely. Colin Morgan, I'd go Gibbs. Colin Morgan, I'll go Gibbs. Smitty, okay. I'll take your word for it. I don't want anything to do with the Arizona Cardinals offense. Not this week, not next week. I'm really fading them altogether. So they might have some good weeks, but I feel like there are other players I could get that I like more. In the process of trading St. Brown and Stevenson for McCaffrey, it's okay, Xander. I don't hate it. William Fenton, I'll go Taysom Hill just barely. I like them both, though. DeBears, 49ers or Seahawks defense. 49ers hasn't been as good. Yeah, I'd probably say Seahawks defense. Seahawks defense should get a lot of sacks against Washington. Yo boy Alex, I'd go Burrow. Colin, I'd go Kincaid over Laporta. If you guys love the content, if you love the show, make sure you're following Butt Fumble Sports. Make sure you hit that follow button. That way you never miss our show. We are live every single day, every weekday at 5 p.m., Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. we're live. Every weekend we're live at 10 a.m. So make sure you hit the follow button. Make sure you're subscribing. If you're watching right now, make sure you hit that follow button. I'm going to give out another free pick for hitting 4,000 likes. We just hit 4,000 likes. So I'm going to give out another pick that I like today. Next pick that I'm going to give out, let's go with, I'm going to take the Knicks on the money line, guys. Knicks on the money line tonight. Knicks on the money line is the next pick that I'm giving out. When we hit 6,000 likes, I'm going to give out a SHARPZ play of the day. At 6,000 likes, I'm going to give out a SHARPZ play of the day. One of my favorite bets to cash today. Make sure you guys are tapping that screen over on TikTok.